Ladies and gentlemen, Peacemaker is right around the corner. Like, it's kind of crazy that already Peacemaker is just about a month away. It comes out next month in January, January 13th, and we just got a brand new trailer, the official trailer, because apparently the trailer we got at DC Fandom was just like a teaser or something like that. So now we have the official full-length trailer, along with a brand new poster that you can see on display right here with all of our crew here looking amazing. Of course, you got Vigilante in the back there with his chainsaw. This looks great. This looks like a really fun series. I really enjoyed the teaser trailer that we got at DC Fandom, and I do have to say that I probably enjoyed that trailer more than this official trailer. But I do still really enjoy this one. There's still quite a bit in this one to talk about. Not really any huge reveals. Like, we don't get a reveal of the villain, but we do get a name drop of the villain, who I will talk about and get into there, because I can kind of explain who the butterflies are, because chances are you probably don't know who they are, and I didn't either, but I do now. So anyways, guys, we're going to go and jump into this, and we're going to go and break down the trailer for Peacemaker. Alright, so we start off with, of course, just reintroducing the character of Peacemaker. Like, alright, he was in the Suicide Squad, he died, he came back to life, or just never died, but like almost died, and like, he's a bad dude, basically. And now he's on a brand new mission, working with the government again, Amanda Waller's henchman, to take down this new threat. And he has his own pet eagle named Eagly, so good for him. We've seen that eagle in quite a bit of the marketing so far. And then we get to really see in this trailer the more human side of Peacemaker. And really this whole series is going to be kind of his redemption arc, because he was a really crappy jerk in the Suicide Squad. And that's an understatement to say the least. So this series is really going to show his redemption arc. So we start off the trailer with him interacting with his father and going to visit his father. And basically throughout this whole conversation, his father is basically just calling him pathetic. And I mean, you could see why Peacemaker turned out the way he did, because he grew up in such a unloving, unsupportive environment. So that's why he's kind of the way he is. And then you got, again, Peacemaker interacting with Eagly. There's Vigilante. Looks like they're in some sort of RV. And he's just talking about, like, alright, yeah, I'm working for the government now because I kill people, and that's what I do. And Vigilante, there was a joke about, like, working at a post office. But this is the interesting part right here, because this is where we have our team meeting, where all of our characters are basically finding out the information of what this mission is. And we get the name drop of the butterflies. So who are the butterflies? Well, clearly Peacemaker and Vigilante are just as confused, but I'm about to explain to you exactly who the butterflies are, because we recently got a scoop about this series a couple days ago about the villains of the series, and this was before this trailer, before we even knew it was a thing. So that's actually kind of one of the reasons I didn't do a video on it yet, because it just sounded so ridiculous. But now that they're literally referencing the butterflies in this trailer, clearly it's true. So there's this new report from Daniel RPK, a really reliable source, who basically said, in short, Peacemaker's on a mission to stop the butterflies. Like Star, they are alien race who take over people and want to take over the world. They're like little white butterflies. They get into your body through your mouth and take over your body. They worship a giant alien cow. And yeah, like I said, you can clearly see why I thought this was a little too ridiculous, but then again, you gotta keep in mind, this is James Gunn, the man that brought to life Polka Dot Man, and Weasel, and Mongal, and Javelin, and all those characters in the Suicide Squad, so it seems like we're definitely gonna be keeping up with that wacky tone here in this series, and just giant alien cow. I'm interested to see what that looks like in this series, because I was not expecting that, and I am kind of a little disappointed that they're kind of like just doing a rehash of, like, basically it's like a new version of Starro, where like, oh, giant creature, and then like, oh, little spores that come off and take over bodies and stuff. But hey, sounds interesting, sounds like it'll be cool, and again, super wacky. And yeah, then we just got some more team interactions there. Vigilante just acting really stupid. Honestly, Vigilante actually reminds me a lot of Deadpool, except Deadpool's probably way smarter than Vigilante, as seen here in this trailer. There's Peacemaker again, from the director of the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn. And then we just get some great shots of our different characters here. There's Peacemaker, there's Amelia Harcourt, real life girlfriend of James Gunn's, of course she's in the series. And then this really interesting shot of Peacemaker, who is again in his tidy whities. I know that was everyone's favorite scene in the Suicide Squad, of course, and we're getting more of that in this series. We saw that in the first trailer. But he does have his helmet on, and this actually connects to another part of the trailer that we'll talk about when we get to it. But here's him interacting with Eagly once again, and this is Adebayo, who I've heard is possibly the daughter of Amanda Waller, which I think would be pretty interesting. But she's kind of going to be the driving force of this team, that's kind of the main supporter of Peacemaker and in his redemption arc, because she points out in this trailer, and she actually did in the last trailer as well, that there's something about Peacemaker, there's something sad about him, like there's something that's not quite right with him. So this is when we actually get to see a huge turning point for this character. You get to start to see his struggles and see that he's really not all that bad, but then again, you do kind of remember what he did in the Suicide Squad and remember how bad he really is. But basically his mission, and he has to assassinate someone, and you can see here in this shot that we have Judo Master, played by Nutley, who we see later in the trailer as well, and then we have our targets over here, and Peacemaker is supposed to shoot and assassinate this person, but then he's given the order to kill everyone there, including the kids. So this is of course when Peacemaker realizes, like, I can't do the kids too. I can't do that, even though literally his catchphrase is, I care so much about peace that I don't care how many men, women, or children I have to kill. But clearly he doesn't actually stay true to that, because he's not going to kill children. He's not that much of a monster. And then you get this moment after that scene where it literally says, like, they just told me to kill a child for no reason, and he's upset by that. So clearly there is a line that he just doesn't want to cross, but it's going to be interesting to see how we actually end up getting to that point in this series. So then we get the big reveal. Well, it's not a reveal, but basically they say that, like, you know, we need someone to do these things that nobody else is willing to do, and you're the only one that we have. So Peacemaker's really starting to struggle with these things, a new Max original series. And then you get this interaction between Amelia Harcourt and Peacemaker, where she's really asking him, like, what about what you said about I don't care how many men, women, or children I have to kill to keep the peace? And this is where he's kind of going to have like a self-reflection moment, where he's going to really start thinking about things. And this is where we see him actually in like some sort of armory choosing his new helmet. This is something we got a glimpse of in the first trailer, where of course he had the like smooth top helmet from the Suicide Squad, which he is going to be wearing for part of this series. But also he has this new helmet which kind of like dents down in the middle. I don't know, I honestly don't like it. I like the other helmet better, but I don't know, new look, I guess. And Peacemaker's just struggling in life. Again, another interaction with his father, who's actually in prison now. So I wonder if maybe he's gonna, because we saw earlier in the trailer that he was not in prison, so he'll probably get arrested at some point here. And again, he's just still calling him pathetic and like, you know, you're not worth it and all this stuff. And Adebayo is like, you know, your father is not a good man, and Peacemaker's kind of trying to take his side, even though he sounds like he's a pretty abusive father. And again, just those self-reflection moments of Peacemaker here. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He got some advice from Vigilante, Freddie Stroma in the role there playing Vigilante. And then we get Peacemaker in action with his new helmet, teaming up alongside Adebayo. They are fighting Judo Master once again, who looks very, very similar to TDK from the Suicide Squad. I've done multiple videos breaking that suit down before. Then a great action shot here of Peacemaker, Amelia Harcourt, and Vigilante all going into action. This one is interesting here. Again, something we got a little bit of a glimpse of in the first trailer is that we are not only getting more tighty-whitey action with John Cena, but apparently we're getting a full tighty-whitey action scene. A full fight scene in the tighty-whiteys. Did not need it, but it's happening, and we'll see how it goes. Here's another great action shot, great team up moment, like high five between Peacemaker and Vigilante. I believe this is from the training moment that we saw in the first trailer. Great team group shot of all our characters there, and then just, you know, some nice moments here between our team members. Almost kind of seems like this may be like a victory, and Vigilante. And then a really funny moment here at the end of the trailer, where Peacemaker's like, oh yeah, I just got this, you know, bomb or something, because it does more damage than a grenade. And this is where we get a really good look at his helmet. Not only the difference in the top part, but also apparently it has like almost like goggles, where it's like I don't know, there's some sort of glass over his eyes that's more orange. So I don't know if that's like a night vision type thing or if it just allows him to see other things. I don't really know exactly for sure. But then he blows up all those people, and then we end off with this great action shot of those two just doing the classic cliche action jump away from the explosion. And that is where the trailer ends. So yeah, guys, like I said, I think this looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Very wacky, because of what we've heard about the villain with the giant alien cow and the butterflies and everything. But I think this is gonna be really, really cool because again, Peacemaker was a really crappy person in the Suicide Squad. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna be able to make us actually like this character and give him his own series and tell his story in this HBO Max original series. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the brand new official trailer and also poster for Peacemaker? Are you excited for it? Let me know all your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.